This is the real-life Spider-Man. Why? Because he can spin his body like this.
I'm Troy, and I have a superpower that allows me to do this.
Troy was born with an over-flexible body, but as a kid, he was forced to hide his special ability because kids were mocking him for it. Until one day, a video of his crazy talent went absolutely viral on the internet. His phone exploded with job offers, and he became a famous horror movie actor and meet millions of fans. Just think about this for a second. The same superpower that made Troy lonely also made him famous. It goes to show that what you think makes you ugly may actually make you special. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. In India, I found an inventor who makes children toys out of cigarettes.
Hey Nas Daily, I'm Naman Gupta and I found a way to turn cigarette butt into gold.
3 years ago, when Naman was taking a walk, he noticed that he couldn't even take one step without stepping on a cigarette butt. So he did something about it. He collected tons of cigarettes and ran experiments to come up with an organic formula that can turn these filters into white cotton in just 2 days. He built a huge factory and started paying people money to collect cigarette butts and bring to his factory. It gets turned into cotton to make pillows, dolls, and chairs from cigarettes. By now, this cigarette cotton is tobacco-free and very safe to use. Genius! You can change the world just by collecting cigarettes. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
This woman organized more than 1,700 proposals and no one ever said no.
Hi Nas Daily, I'm Ash.
She is a world expert on wedding proposals. She helps people with their ideas, picks the right spot, writes the perfect speech, and photographs the proposal. She's had people proposing from rooftops, castles, even the zoo. And each and every single time, it's been a success. She says there are 3 things you need to get right for a successful proposal. 1. You have to give a speech. 2. You have to pick a smart spot. And 3. Choose the right time for the proposal. And if they say no?
They won't say no because you shouldn't propose if you don't know the answer is yes.
If you ask me, I personally would listen to Ash. Because right now, her success rate is 100% yes. At the end of the day, people don't need to get married to be happy. But if they do choose to, then it really helps to start it off the right way. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
In Hong Kong, I found a chef who makes noodles using his butt.
Hello Nas Daily，大家好，我係 Marco。
Marco is a chef who makes noodles by bouncing up and down in a kitchen for hours. His family restaurant has been making noodles for generations. First, he goes into this tiny room and takes a thick slab of dough. Then takes a huge bamboo stick, attach the stick on top, hop on it, and start bouncing up and down, right and left for hours and hours until the dough is super strong and super flat. They do this process with every noodle dish that they serve. This tradition of cooking is a dying art, and nobody does it anymore because of how tough it is. But Marco believes it's all worth it, and he continues to do it, not for money, not for fame, but simply for passion. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. In California, USA, I found a guy who built the longest paper airplane in the world, 69 meters.
Hi Nas Daily, I'm John Collins, the paper airplane guy.
John started folding paper planes when he was 9 years old, and he never stopped. He spent 40 years learning how a real plane flies so he can copy the same physics in paper. That's why his paper planes can go forward, upside down, or even just stay in the air for a long time. And they got better and higher until one day he beat the Guinness World Record, 69.14 meters in 9 seconds. John is not a scientist or an engineer. He is just a grown-up kid who never stopped being curious. And that's how he built the best paper plane in the world. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. Would you buy a human? Well, it's possible. 13 years ago, Mike did the craziest thing. He decided to sell himself to other people online. He divided his life into shares, just like companies do in the stock market. And when people buy a share, they get to vote on Mike's life decisions. They vote on what he wears every day, whether he should get a new job,
They said no.
or marry his girlfriend,
They said yes.
or become a Republican.
So I couldn't say no.
Whatever the shareholders decide, Mike tries his absolute best to respect it. He believes in capitalism so much that he found more than 1,000 people to buy his life. This is Mike's life, and I guess he is free to do whatever he wants with it. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
Now I know all you folks that work in a parent are going to be perfectly fine.
In the United States of America, I introduce you to John. This guy talks fast, like very
Hi, Nest Daily. I'm John, and I speak very, very fast.
Now I know all you folks that work in a parent.
Babies, baby, mamas, mommy, mama, daddies, So first I wanted to ride the roller coaster at Coney Island. So I called Coney Island, and they said, hey, can you take a hike? You're 12 years old.
so fast that he's made it to the Guinness World Records as one of the fastest talkers in history. Specifically, John can speak over 586 words per minute. But everything changed when he went on TV for 5 minutes.
To prove our point, my wife Gladys volunteered to cook up a couple of her favorite mineral-rice dishes.
That's right. TV shows, movies, commercials, all he had to do was show up, talk fast, and get paid. John's story goes to show that you can find your purpose not by doing things everybody does, but by going all in on the one thing you do best. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
This guy gets paid to taste water.
Hi, my name is Sam, and my tongue is my superpower.
Sam can taste all these waters and tell you about each one.
So this is a very low mineral water, this is a medium low mineral water, and this is a very high mineral water.
It turns out that water from here has more minerals than water from here. And this is why water from different places tastes different. When natural water mixes with the ground, it picks up minerals that we can taste.
Wow, this tastes salty.
That's because the spring where this is from has high sodium.
Sam has dedicated his life to water. He is a professional water sommelier who helps people find the healthiest, tastiest water. Thank you, Sam, for teaching us that water is so much more than water. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.